I'm going to continue with another word formation processes that we have in English. As I said, we have around from 10 to 12 word formation processes, and the ones that we're going to cover right now, it's compounding. I think we are really familiar with this term. It's really common and it's easy to do it. It's the process that forms new words from two or more independent words. Remember in the Spanish exercises that we did, altavoz, mal humor, all those are palabras compuestas. So the same thing happened in English, okay? For example, we can take the term girlfriend, and it's made of two independent words, girl and friend, and we put it together and we have another term, girlfriend. The same happened in textbook. We have text and we have book, then we put it together and we have another one, textbook. It's basically that. It's really simple. It's you take two words, put it together to create another term. You don't need to add, to omit anything. You only have to put them together. Let's see another one, and it's called blending. Blending, it involves joining two words together by taking parts. So pay attention to this. Compounding is to take the terms as they are. We are not removing, we are not adding anything, we are just taking those words. But blending is taking parts of these two words, combining them into a new whole, and the result is the process is called, or is named, blend. To illustrate this, let's take a look at this example. We have the term branch. Branch, I don't know if you are familiar with this, but branch is really common. But what is the process of this? We are taking breakfast and we are taking lunch, and then we have brunch. As you can see, we are not taking the whole word breakfast, and we are not taking the whole word lunch. We are just taking parts of these two and put it into another term, brunch. The same happened with motel. In motel, we are taking motor and we are taking hotel. We are mixing these two words, taking some parts of this, the beginning and the ending of the terms, and then we have motel. So this is the difference. Compounding is when you take the words as they are, and blending is when you're taking parts of these two words, create another. Clipping, what is this? Clipping is not complicated, but it's you have more types of clipping, subcategories of clipping. It's a word formation process in which a word is reduced or shortened without changing the meaning of the word. Okay, in this word formation process, we are reducing the terms or the letters of the word, but we are not changing the meaning of that word. And we have four types. Back clipping. As you can see here, it's removing the N of the word, as in gas. So we say gas, but the term that is correct is gasoline. So what we do here is that we remove the rest of the word and we are just taking the beginning. So that's why we say gas. For clipping, it's removing the beginning of a word, as in gator from alligator. So we say gator, but we don't say alligator. What we are doing, we are removing the beginning of the word. Alli, it's not anymore there, and we just say gator. We have middle clipping. It's retaining only the middle of the word, as in flu. Well, really common, right? Nowadays we are used to that word, flu. So the correct term is influenza, but we don't say influenza. It's really complicated, right? So we just retain, we just maintain the middle of that word. We just say flu, and that's it. And complex clipping, it's removing multiple parts from multiple words, as in sitcom. This is a term, sitcom. We say that sitcom, but the terminology, the correct phrase is situation comedy. So what we do here in complex clipping is to take some parts of the entire phrase to form another term, but we are not changing the meaning. We are just shortening it. We are reducing it. This is another one. A word formation process is called backformation. Is the formation of new words by the removal of an affix. So what do we have here? In backformation, we already know what is an affix. There are suffixes and there are prefixes. Okay. So what we do in backformation is that we eliminate a suffix or we eliminate a prefix of the word. When a backformation becomes established in the language, we can only tell that it's backformation if we know the etymology of the words in question. So over here, we need to have clear the meaning of the word when we do backformation, because we are eliminating suffixes and prefixes, and you remember that they give you a specific information. They change the category, the grammatical category of the word, or they indicate tense or gender or number. So if we do backformation, we need to know specifically the root word. What is the meaning of the root word? For example, we said sculpt from the word sculptor. What do we do here? So we have sculptor. We have a suffix here, a derivational one, or. So in this case, we eliminate or and we have sculpt. So but we all know already, even when we eliminate this, we know the meaning of the word sculpt. Burgle from bulgar, the same thing. We have a suffix here, but we eliminate it and we have burgle. It says derivation of new words by subtracting a real supposed affix from the existing word through misinterpretation of the structure. So again, we need to know the meaning of the root word before eliminating the backformation. For example, we said computer, we eliminate ER, but we eliminate R, and we have compute. A new verb meaning to use a computer. So the word is computer, it's a thing, it's an object. But if we eliminate R, we have compute. Now it's a verb. The same with typewrite. We need to, the word was typewriter, which is a person, but if we eliminate R, we have typewrite, which is a verb. The same with babysitter, we have babysit, and beggar, we have beg. Now here we have conversion, and we are going to establish a difference between backformation and conversion, okay? This type of word formation process is when you change the functional or the function of the word. We do a shift, okay? We make a change. It's a very productive process, and we make changes from one category to another. In this case, we can change a noun or a verb, okay? For example, butter. We already know what is a butter. It's a thing, right? It's something that you add to your pancakes or to a piece of bread. But you can use butter as a verb too. It's the action of putting that thing into a bread or into your pancakes. Vacation also is an example. A vacation is a period of time when you are free, but vacation is also a verb. The same with guess, same with spy. Some phrasal verbs too can do a conversion type, and verbs become adjectives. Stand up is also, we know that is a verb. Stand up is the action when you move, but stand up is also, it can be an adjective. The stand up guy, you can say. So this is conversion. You have the word and you can use it either as a noun, a verb, or an adjective. It will depend on the context. But what is the difference between conversion and backformation? In backformation, we are eliminate affixes in order to make another grammatical category. But in conversion, you don't eliminate, you don't omit anything, okay? The word is like that, and you use it in the way it is. You are not removing anything, you are not adding anything. As I said, it's a change in the function of the word without any reduction. So that is important here. Conversion, you make a change in the function of the word, but you are not making any reduction. But in backformation, yeah, you are doing a reduction. You are eliminating a part of the word. And the last thing is acronyms. I think this is not necessary to explain too much about acronyms, but it's a word or name formed as an abbreviation of the initial components in a phrasal word, usually in the form of individual letters. What happened here is that there are some names of institutions, of companies, some other things that are too long to pronunciate, so that's a process in which you are shortening the entire term by taking just the initial letters of the phrase. It says examples are CD, VCD, NATO, NASA, UNESCO, those institutions or those things that we use daily that are too complicated to pronounce it entirely. This is acronym. It's to make them shorter. For example, radar. We say radar, but what it means, radar, radio detecting and ranging. Imagine that you have to say all those things when you want to talk about radar. So it's better to say radar instead of saying all those things. ZIP, zone improvement plan. Also, it's better to say ZIP. ATM is automatic teller machine. So instead of saying, oh, I'm going to the bank because I want to use the automatic teller machine, no, I want to go to the bank because I need to use the ATM. It's better, it's shorter, and it's in that way you look fluent. Also, I need to change my PIN. So it's better to say PIN than to say personal identification number. So that's an acronym. When you are shortening a term or phrase by using the initial letters of that phrase in order to make the term shorter. So this is basically the word formation process that we're going to study, guys. I don't know if you have any question. If you have it, I'm here just to clarify your doubts. Thank you.